Should short selling be banned? That is a topic I want to explore. Just read something on Reddit, and this person was not very happy with short selling. They want it banned, they want it blocked, they want everything.
Blocked and reported.
Now, I will say I am not here to try to convince or persuade you of anything. I just want to give another viewpoint and then let you consider and come to your own conclusion. But let's just make sure that everybody has a clear understanding of what each side of the conversation has to say. So let's get to this argument, and I'll go through kind of some of the key points that really stand out to me. So this person says, entities that want a company to fail. And keyword here I want to focus on is want. And this is where arguments kind of get a little bit too far ahead of themselves, because I understand what they're saying. I understand why they're saying it, and they're not necessarily wrong, but they're skipping a step. So let me walk you through a little scenario here and ask yourself, do you want this company to fail, or do you believe that this company will fail? Here we have Antarctica, and this company wants to establish a base of operations there, and they want to sell ice cubes to the locals. So we need to make a distinction. People that go around and saying, oh, I want that company to fail, therefore I'm going to short, or I want that company to go up, therefore I'm going to buy. That's what we call terrible investors, terrible traders. People are free to behave that way, and I don't mind, because the more morons that are out there, the easier it is to make money. But that's a very bad way to invest, to make your decisions based on wants. Very, very bad way. Now, if you're making decisions on beliefs, then you know what? That's a much different conversation, because now you're actually believing, you're thinking, you're forming critical thoughts. But just looking at something and saying, I want that to fail, or I want that to have success, very, very bad way of making your decisions. So as far as the company that's going to make ice in Antarctica, I'm assuming you're saying, well, look, I have nothing against that company. I don't want that company to go down, but I believe that they probably will, because that seems like a pretty faulty, that seems like a pretty shaky business model, to which I would agree. Now, this is where the person means want. Because you want to be right, well then yes, by definition, you want the price and you want the company to go down, but that's not your original reasoning for getting into that investment or trade. Your original reasoning did not come from a want, it came from a belief. So yes, you want to be right, but that doesn't mean you have something against the company in that sense of wanting them to fail. No, you just believe that they were failed because of the bad business model, and because you want to be right, because you want to make money, well yeah, technically speaking, you would want them to go down. But that was not the core reasoning to why you would want to get into it. So I totally reject the premise that short sellers are doing this because they want something to fail. No, they're doing it because they believe something will fail. And that's fine. And here's the other reason why it's fine. And here's another little argument here that, you just have to consider the flip side of things. So let's move on to this next phase. Short selling does screw things up for all retail investors that actually want the company they invested in to succeed. And there we have that word want again. So I won't harp anymore on that, but again, that's just importing in a term that's a little too far ahead of themselves for what we just discussed. But yeah, you saw it. Short selling, it just messes things up for everybody. It messes things up for the market. It messes things up for the retail trader. So their conclusion, I say ban short selling as a retail investor. So two things right now. First off, hey, you know what? This short selling just messes things up, and I want it banned. So if you want it banned, then this next phase, which is literally a real life event that, as of the recording of this video, just happened, then you would have to be okay with, yeah, this just not happening, because short selling is a huge cause of what I'm about to show you. So if you want to ban it, then okay, fine, but you would have to say, and I'm okay with not ever having the opportunity to partake in something like this. And then also I would submit that what I'm about to show you, I'm not quite sure if that's really screwing things up for retail investors that are going long and buying the stock. So this headline recently came out, Tesla's short sellers lost $3.5 billion in 2 days of trading. The rally has hurt short sellers.
Ow! Knights of Columbus, that hurt.
Because remember, when stocks go up, that means that's painful for shorts, and in order for shorts to exit their position, what do they have to do? They have to buy. I want to just say that again. In order for shorts to exit their position, they have to buy. And that is a key thing where if you want to ban it, then you're going to prevent, well, this. So here is Tesla's price and chart. And just a couple days ago, down here in the mid 190s, literally 2 days later, it's all the way up here and has hit a high of $247. And a lot of that move was because there was a lot of buying. Well, no kidding, Clay, a lot of buying. Yes, but who was buying? The shorts that needed to exit out of their position. Their losses got too big where they needed to, I mean, to be fair to them, good risk hopefully it was good risk management, but they needed to cut the loss. And in the world of shorts, when they need to cut the loss, that means they need to buy. And when other people are just buying just because they want to buy, hopefully you see, well, that's a lot of buying. And that's what in some, it can reach the point where we would call it a short squeeze. Because shorts are getting squeezed, they need to exit the position, and the only way they can do that is to buy, and which causes the price to go up, which means, well, Tesla's going up, I want to buy. And then those people buy, and then even more shorts are, oh, now I got to get out because I have to have good risk control, and they get out, which means more buying, and you get the cycle. But if you want to ban it, you are going to ban short squeezes. You're going to ban these amazing price movements that can occur within the market. And at the end of the day, shorts don't cause anyone to fail. I mean, Tesla stock is doing very well, and the shorts are getting roasted. The shorts are getting crushed. I mean, there's a reason why really quality companies don't have a lot of shorts on them, because there's not a whole lot of people that think that company's going to fail. I mean, you're welcome to go out there and want Apple or want Microsoft or want Nvidia or want, think of some company that's been around for years or that's absolutely booming. I mean, you can want them to fail, so you can therefore go in short, but that's why I say that that's a really dumb way of going about it. Because you can hate Nvidia for whatever reason, but just because you want them to fail doesn't necessarily mean you should go out there and short them, because that would be a painful experience. Now, if you have some sort of belief, then that's another conversation. But if you want to say that what we just saw there, in fact, let's go back to it. If this sort of action is somehow screwing things up for the retail investor, then we just have a different definition of screwing things up. So that's my main problem with the secondary part. First off, I don't think what we just saw there is screwing things up. I think people are pretty happy about that sort of price action, assuming that you bought and went long. And I don't want that stuff to stop happening. And if you ban short selling, that sort of stuff would stop happening. So that is my position on it. I do not believe that short selling should be banned, because I don't believe it's nearly as evil as what people say it's out to be. As I said, big difference between want and believe. And then, like I just said, I would like for these events to occur and to keep on occurring, because I think that's very, very beneficial. And there's been some amazing short squeezes over the course of history, where prices have exploded massive amounts, and those just aren't going to happen without shorting being allowed. So that is my stance on it. As always, you are more than welcome we can agree to disagree. If you do disagree, feel free to let me know down below, and that's totally fine. So yes, should short selling be banned? I say no. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.